SGC here, and I got a time exclusive review for you. Snowpiercer, directed by Bong Joon-ho, director of The Host, which was a highly acclaimed, crazy box office monster back in 2006 in Korea. So this movie is also produced by Park Chan-wook, the director of Oldboy, so there is some influence there as well. So this movie is actually based on a French graphic novel, Les Transperceneige, by Jacques and Benjamin Legrand and Jean-Marc Rochette. The cast is Chris Evans, Song Kang-ho, Go Eun-sa, Jamie Bell, John Hurt, Tilda Swinton, Octavia Spencer, and Ed Harris. So the film is set in the future where, to stop global warming, there's an experience that goes wrong and an ice age happens and kills most of the life on the planet, and the only survivors are the inhabitants of the Snowpiercer, which is a massive train that travels around the planet, and it's powered by a perpetual-motion engine that can never stop, so it just keeps going and going and going. So over time, a class system has been established on the train, with the higher-end people near the front of the engine and the poorer people at the back of the train. So tired of their poor living conditions, the people rebel and revolt and try to attempt to seize control of the engine, where the elites consider it the most sacred thing on this train. So what I like about this film, first off, the world building is just awesome. The fact that there's an ice age and this whole society is shoved into this train, and it just builds and builds and just its own microcosm of itself. And the acting here was just really enjoyable. Chris Evans was just a reluctant leader that had to lead, and he just had a crazy character development through everything. The entire cast was enjoyable. You had the reluctant Kang-ho, who just had to work with them because they sort of released him from jail. Go Eun-sa plays his daughter. She has some crazy, interesting, spot-on deliveries. And she's also, FYI, she's also the little girl from The Host, so that was an interesting thing. Jamie Bell, John Hurt is sort of the supporting cast, as they are sort of the best friend and the mentor. And Tilda Swinton totally reminds me of Elizabeth Banks from Hunger Games, as they're so up, like, you know, just the connection between the rich and poor. But it's a different set of things. But this is just a reminder. Anyway, Octavia Spencer plays this mom. She's just great, as she's just really trying to save her kid, and Ed Harris is Ed Harris. Also really enjoyed the character design of the elite guard, and also just the character design of the rich people, and as the cars are shown, different styles are shown, so it's just a really great scenery to see how the rich has become what they become in these living conditions on a train with just unlimited stuff. And then you have these poor people in the back, and it's just this crazy contrast was just really interesting. Also, the way that it was shot, some of the scenes were just really awesome, as it's a play on the whole limited space. It was really shot well, and there's also this crazy fight scenes throughout the film, and you can totally see a Park Chan-wook influence, especially this crazy light tunnel effect that they pulled off, and I totally enjoy that. And like I said, the character development of Chris Evans throughout the entire film, I would really have to highlight it as it gets nearer to the end. It was just really, wow, this guy. And also, as normal cliche rebel revolution films goes, this, you can sort of see the ending, but there's a twist, so that's always awesome as well. What kind of twist, not gonna say here, but the ending was sort of like, wow, this is how it's gonna go down. That's just nuts. I just really like the message that it brings through, dealing with just power, empowerment, and just what are you gonna do as your life sucks? Are you gonna move on? Are you gonna stay here? What's happening there? So without any spoiling, I can't really go into it, but it's just the development of Chris Evans' character and everyone else as they go through these cars. It's just, wow, things are just really not transparent, and just why did their life suck? It's just horrible. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed it. The shots, the characters, the plot. There's nothing that I disliked. Though I wonder, what are they going to cut down in a Weinstein distributed production through the United States? Because Weinstein is still in the talks, as cutting down 20 minutes, as this movie is 125 minutes. I do see a lot of moments where they can cut down, as it just deals with pacing. And I do wonder how truthfully they are going when they say, oh, we're just cutting it down for American audiences. I really think that American audiences can get this, because this movie is 80% in English, and there's hardly really that much Korean, and it's done in a way that it's like smart, not just randomly spurting out Korean and you have no idea what's happening. But Anyway, I do hope that Weinstein wakes up and just gives the Americans, or just North America, the edition of Snowpiercer that they totally deserve. Because, I mean, even the director wants this, so why not go with it? So 125 minutes, so it cuts down to 105. The pacing would be affected and won't be as methodical or just thinking wise. There's a lot of like reflection here, so I think the reflection might be cut down a bit. And so yeah, I just want to say it was an awesome, enjoyable thing to watch, and I totally loved it and totally recommend it when it comes out in North America or wherever you're at. Because I mean, this movie came out in August 1st in South Korea. In France, it came out on October 30th, and in Hong Kong, it came out November 28th. So that's pretty much it for this review of Snowpiercer. Totally recommend it. Check it out when you can. See ya.